What's up, EuroLeague fans out there? Welcome to episode 6 of A Quarter with Kyle Hines. Today we have a very, very special guest, one of my guys, one of the best shooters in all of EuroLeague. We all know him well from Billy's Gym from this summer. My guy, Billy Barron. Billy, what's up, man? How's everything?
What's up, Kyle? Thanks for having me on, bro.
Thanks for taking the time of being being on the show.
I had to get on after you came on my show over the summer, man. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, so man, we're going to jump in right there, man. The fans want to know: are we going to get a season 2 of Billy's Gym?
That's a great question. It depends. I don't know. It depends on the time I have in my hands now. I got a son who's starting to run around, so my wife is expecting me to tend to him much more. So when he wasn't running around, I had more time. He was easier to manage. So I don't know, man. I would say it's doubtful.
Now, going back to that, when you were doing Billy's Gym, what was your favorite part? And talk about that whole experience. And then also, besides me, who was your favorite guest? You had a lot of notable people on the show.
Yeah, I think it was good to show kind of some of the stuff that I do on my own as it is. I thought I had actually learned some stuff from a former trainer of mine, and kind of given the situation we were in with being quarantined and not having a lot of resources at your disposal. I had a couple bands and I was getting some good workouts in, around the house. And I was like, you know what? I know there's a ton of people sitting around and going crazy in the house. I know it took a toll on a lot of people's mental, especially as the months went on. So I said, you know what? Maybe I can help out and help people be productive around the house. So I took the bands that I have and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just start recording this and see how people feel about it? And then I was like, you know what? I can also get some guests on the show and we can talk about, things that they're doing at their houses. What they miss about basketball, what they miss about, their daily lives, and just kind of chopping it up. But besides yourself, I had, it was good to have, now it's, was it 4-time Super Bowl champ, Rob Gronkowski on.
Gronk.
That was a solid appearance. So that definitely added to the credibility of the show, that's for sure.
Man, well, we're all crossing our fingers that your wife and even your son allow us to get maybe a special edition of season 2, maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, we might have to do that if the fans are asking for it.
Now, another question, man. You come from a basketball family. Your dad was a big time college coach. Your brother was 11-year pro. So I have a question, and I'm sure many people want to know that always ask you, who's the best shooter in the family?
And I don't know. I don't know if this will ever be settled.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of say, what's the situation? Okay.
Okay.
What's on the line? I kind of like to.
So if you guys are playing a game of pig or horse, who's winning?
Probably I give my brother more times than I'd say 7 out of 10 times. Now game on the line. I like to put the money on myself. Real game, not pig, real game.
Real game.
Yeah.
Funny thing too is that me and your brother kind of go way back. When I was younger, like 15, 16 years old, I went to 5-star camp, and your brother was the best. Your brother was the best player there. He won MVP and everything. So, I've been keeping track with him for a long time. So, it's good to see, you guys doing well and him doing well. And, my claim to fame, I'm the older brother, so my claim to fame against my little brother that he's never beat me on a one-on-one battle. So, what were the one-on-one battles like with you and your brother in the backyard?
Well, for sure, someone's going to be mad. Someone's probably going to be bleeding. So it kind of got to that point as I progressed and as I got older, the battles started getting much more intense. So we're like, you know what, we can't, this is stupid because it's obviously going to end in a fight. I mean, for sure, no one's backing down. And then whoever wins or whoever loses is going to feel salty walking out of the gym. So we kind of just put that to bed. I mean, I'm going to say me in a one-on-one. He's going to say him in a one-on-one. So I don't know whose word you're going to take. But that one for sure, I don't think that one's going to be settled either.
I'm sure there was a lot of classic battles. Now, getting back to the present, this summer, like me, you decided to, after playing 2 years at Red Star, you decided to make the switch to go to Zenit in St. Petersburg, Russia. So what was it about Zenit that made you want to join the club and join the team during the summer?
Well, I was definitely grateful for my time at Red Star, and
Mm-hmm.
they did great things for me and my career, and being able to take it to the EuroLeague, and then now being with Zenit. Definitely grateful for the opportunity they gave me, and then when Zenit called, I knew how serious the coach Chabi was, and I talked to some former guys that I played for him, like James Gist and Nick Kalathis, and they both had great things to say about him. And then I looked at the roster and I said, that's a pretty damn good roster. And
Yeah.
I thought that I could fit in nicely here and add a nice dimension to the team, and then we can have some success. And then on the other end, I wanted to explore more of Europe, even though Russia's not really considered Europe, but St. Petersburg really has a nice European feel to it. So
Yeah.
I wanted to have my wife see that part of the world, and have my son be there, and just kind of get a new look at a new place. So a lot of those factors came into it, and then and then when I spoke with Coach, it was kind of like, okay, let's do it. And so I'm glad I made the decision to come here. We're doing really well so far, and hopefully we can keep it up. And I got some great teammates and a great coaching staff, and and then most importantly, my wife loves the city. My son's a part of an international school, and he's doing all these activities. So it's nice. You know how it is when you have your family coming over, that they
Definitely.
find their niche over there, and that's really, really important. Whether it's just finding a gym where my wife can work out in, or finding a swim instructor so my son can learn to swim. Just little things like that can really add to the comfort level of your daily life, and that's huge. And we've been able to find that so far in St. Pete.
That's great, man. So, I know Russia really well after living there for the past 7 years. And, St. Petersburg is definitely, one of my favorite cities. It's called the cultural, center of Russia. Like you said, it has a nice, more of a European feel than I guess you can say at Moscow. What were your expectations, before you came to live in St. Petersburg? And has there been anything since you've been living in the city that has surprised you?
I obviously knew it was going to be cold and it was going to be dark. Being from the Northeast in America, yeah. I'm kind of used to that. I mean, my last couple of years in America in college were in Buffalo, and so it's really cold there, and it snows a lot there. So the weather, it actually hasn't been as cold as I thought it would be. But then the city's much bigger than I thought it would be, for sure. But the restaurants are unbelievable. I think that's definitely the thing that I love to go out to eat, and the depth that St. Pete has in restaurants is unbelievable. So that's been something that really, really surprised me, is the food. But then there's just so much to the city as well, with all the rivers kind of running through. It has a little bit like a Venice feel. But then the facilities that we have as well, you got the soccer stadium over there, and then Seaboard's right there, and then our academy where we practice at is all right in the same spot. That was really surprising to me, and seeing how nice it is, and the potential the club has.
Now, has my guy Vitaly Prizon take you out to get any palmini or any ball soup? Yet since you've been there?
No, not yet. I'm gonna have to get on him about that. Fritz is a great dude, but for sure I'm gonna get on him about that.
Yeah, man, that's probably even a better shootout. That's a better question. Who's the better shooter, you or Freeze? That's
man, dude can shoot. That's for sure.
Now, coming into the season, you guys brought in 8 new players. So were you surprised about the chemistry that you guys had and the success that you had, right away? Being that, usually it takes, a little bit of time, but, it seemed like you guys, right from the gate, kind of went out there and started having instant success.
Yeah, I think it speaks to the character of the new guys that came in, and as well as the old guys that were here. They welcomed us in with open arms, and then the new guys being able to come together so quick. It's how difficult it can be to just transition your life to a new country, a new city, a new language if you try and pick it up, a new coaching staff. I mean, everything is different. But guys have shown their character and picked up things right away. I think the tough thing was that when COVID hit our team pretty hard early on in the season. So when we were picking up that momentum, we had like a 3-week break in October, and so that kind of set us back a little bit as far as progressing. But we were able to still get some good road wins after that, and I think we're continuing to progress, and hopefully we can make this late push and make the playoffs in the EuroLeague. I think that's what we're looking at. So I mean, I'm not too surprised looking back on it. But we know what we've done so far, and we're looking forward to hopefully keeping it up and taking this thing to another level.
And you just talked about it before. You guys are right in the thick of things right now. As far as standings, and Zenit is a fairly young club. In EuroLeague. So what would it mean, to the players there, but also to the club, if you guys do, reach your goal, getting to the playoffs and moving so on.
I think it would be huge. It would add. I mean, Zenit's already a great club, and it would add to the credibility of the club, and everything that they're trying to do here. So, making the top 8. Everyone talks about making the top 8, and now to be in the position to hopefully do so. I mean, I know we have a lot of home games coming up, and that's been the tough thing too. The last 3 months is I'm on the road here, and I feel like we've been on the road every single day, and we've gone from playing in the VTB league as well. We've gone from Krasnoyarsk, which is Siberia. We did Tel Aviv, Athens, and then Kazakhstan, all in like 12 or 13 days. All wrong. So man, it felt like we were living on a plane. But to be able to get wins during like all 4 of those road wins in both leagues, put us in a really good spot. And now we got to just maintain that and continue the road success. And then at the end, I think we have a good amount of home games. So hopefully, we can grab that momentum and keep getting better and finish the season strong.
Last question before we end the quarter. We all wish that, one of the biggest, differences of this season is that the inability of us to play in front of the fans, obviously because of the COVID-19 and everything that's going on in the pandemic in the world. So, what would your message be to the EuroLeague fans, that, throughout the whole entire season?
Definitely been a whole lot different. It's been extremely weird, extremely odd. Definitely, it's sad to say that you kind of got used to it during the year, though. Like the first first couple of games, it was really, really odd. I think our first game was FS, and you're expecting FS. There should be at least 10,000 people there, and it's going to be loud. And a lot of teams do feed off that home court as well. When let's say you hit a couple shots. The fans are expecting you to, put up another one. And so we're definitely missing that. That's for sure. What I would say is try and, stay patient and keep following us on TV. We really appreciate that support. And then hopefully, this thing can come to an end pretty soon and we can, sort of get back to our normal daily lives. So, but I would definitely say that it's been really different. And it's even weirder that we kind of got used to the empty stands. So when they do come back, I think the excitement level from not only the fans but the players will be, that much more amped up.
I agree, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time and joining the quarter with me. And I wish you nothing but the best, much success, health, and everything except for when you play us.
I'll see you soon. I think I'll see you in a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, a couple weeks, man. A couple weeks. I get to come back to St. Petersburg, man. But all the best to you and your
bring
family.
A heavy jacket, all right?
Man, I have too many of them. But all the best, bro, man. I wish you, like I said, man, I wish you all the best, much luck, much success. And like I said, man, I'll see you soon.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me. Good luck, man.
Thank you. EuroLeague fans, thank you for tuning in to A Quarter with Kyle Hines. Look forward to our next episode coming really soon.